warning, may inspire life lessons via grilling fails and triumphant recoveries.
Hey, welcome back to Dad Space. It's Dave with you. Hope you're doing well. This is the podcast for dads by dads, and I am a dad, which is something maybe we have in common, because you're a dad. And I'm glad you're here. This is like the podcast where we just get together with dads and create a safe place to talk about the things that matter to us the most, share in community, get to meet other great dads and great dad resources. It's all things dad, and there's a space for you. It's called Dad Space. So I'm glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for pressing play. Go check out dadspace.ca for more. Let's jump into today. I got some stuff to talk about. I'm glad you're here. So, recently, I kind of had this weird time as a dad. Like, this hasn't happened to this degree before for me. And it scared me. It scared me a lot because I was coming to grips with some things, I guess, as a dad and in my own personal life. And I think I was just... things weren't going right. And I was dealing with many different things, different feelings, different emotions, different, just wrestling in my mind with some things and feeling very unsettled. I don't know if you've ever experienced this or experienced it recently, but this feeling of just something's off for me as a guy, as a dad. So a little backstory for you here a little bit, just to set some guardrails kind of for the conversation. So I'm 56, 3 adult children, all out of the house. They all left during the pandemic to go to be with their significant others. And in that time frame between then and now, my youngest son, he has 2 kids, and his relationship has really changed with his partner, and he, for now, is living with my wife and I here at our house. He's come back home, and he's brought his kids with him. They're here most of the time, like at least 5 days a week. They're here, and they have their own rooms, and we love having them. It's fun. Their granddaughter is going to be 3. And my grandson will be 2 this year. And it's very interesting to go back to where I came from as a dad. What's going on, too, is my youngest son, the father of these 2, is working. He's got a great full-time job. He works Monday to Friday. Little things on the weekends here and there, but generally Monday to Friday. My wife also works Monday to Friday. So my wife and my son, they both work days. I work nights. So I get home at 7 in the morning. And then, if I'm lucky, I'll get an hour or 2 sleep before my wife goes to work for 10. And then I'm up for the rest of the day until my son or my wife gets home, which could be anywhere from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. I'm up all day. I squeeze in a little bit of podcasting because I'm kind of addicted to podcasting. I love doing this. So I'll get like 1 interview in a day at this point, where I used to do multiple episodes a day. I'm trying to squeeze in this love of podcasting, but I'm really getting tired. Being up sometimes for 24 hours straight is wearing on this old frame of mine. I'm not 25 anymore. I don't bounce back like I used to. And I think just compounding the new responsibilities to care for 2 young kids, the lack of sleep, the continuation of podcasting, the trying to grow my podcast business so I can help other people start a podcast and maybe make money out of this in the future. That's kind of my goal. That I can work from home. There's just also this feeling of regret. Feeling like I'm not enough. I'm doing a lot, but am I doing enough? Am I doing my best? Or could I do better? I know I can do better. We all can do better. We can. There's always room for us to improve or do something that we haven't done, or do something that we do now but do it better. There's lots of opportunities out there. There's a point for a lot of dads where the life stops feeling manageable and starts to feel like just plain survival. You wake up tired, you go to work tired, you come home mentally checked out. The bills keep coming. Finances are tough for us right now. Like, we're putting out a lot of money. We've been generous with people, and some people have kind of taken advantage of us in that way, and we're covering costs that aren't our costs to cover. They should be covered by others, but we're helping where we can, and it's putting us behind and making life stressful. The expectations that never seem to slow down is one of the things I'm really wrestling with right now. And somewhere along the way, you stop recognizing yourself. You become short-tempered. You become annoyed easily. Like, stupid things just piss you right off, right? You drop something, you try to pick it up, and you drop it 5 more times. You're like, come on, right? You start detaching, you start unplugging from just everyday life. You really feel lonely. You get quiet. And then in that quiet, you start to get angry. You get angry at the things that normally just kind of would roll right off of you. And sometimes you feel just that overwhelming sense of loneliness that even while you're sitting in a room full of people that you love, you just still can't connect in the moment. I think a lot of dads carry this silence and this struggle because they believe that they're supposed to. We're supposed to be dependable. We're supposed to be stable. We're supposed to be strong. We're supposed to have it all together. And the problem is that strength without support eventually turns into exhaustion. And I think that's where I'm at. I am a pretty strong person. I can carry a lot of weight, like life weight. Just throw it on me, I got you. But it does lead to being exhausted. I think a lot of dads are wrestling with pressures that they really never fully talk about, like finances. When was the last time you just sat down with your partner and just gone through the credit card statements? Just kind of did a summary and go, where are we really at? There's this fear about the future. As an older dad in my late 50s, my body is telling me things that I don't want to hear. Like, I'm feeling it. Things are starting to hurt. Things are starting to break down. They're not the same as they used to be. And it's uncomfortable. And it makes me angry because I feel like it's happening too soon. I feel stuck in a job that just drains my spirit. Like, there's nothing about the current job beyond providing for my family and putting food on the table. There's nothing there that makes me sit up and go, this is very fulfilling. No, not at all. And so I feel uneasy. I know that if I leave this job at my age, good luck finding something else comparable. I don't think it's in the cards for me anymore. And I don't have enough money to retire. So I'm stuck working at a job that I have to do. And when you have to do something, it's not because you want to, but because you have to. You just disconnect at work as well. There's tension between myself and my wife. We don't see each other. She works days, I work nights. Like, the worst arrangement possible. And it's just this feeling of like, why did we marry each other if we're not even going to see each other? And I feel like I'm letting her down. I do. I feel like the job that I've taken, originally around running my store during the pandemic and being available to build a business to help support us, and all that fell apart during the pandemic. I took this job just so that I could be available during the day to do the things I needed to do to keep things afloat. And it all failed, it all flopped, it all died. But I'm still doing the night thing. Over 6 years now. So our relationship is tense because we don't see each other. And I feel like I'm failing my wife. But I'm stuck in a job that I can't get out of, and I don't know what to do. Losing connection with my friends. Like the people who were in my wedding party. I couldn't pick up the phone and call any of them right now. Maybe one or two. Just losing those bonds that kept me strong when I was young. It's a weird feeling. Feeling invisible. Unless I'm there to provide something or, be the answer to something or put food on the table. That's basically all I'm required to do. That's what they need from me. But in the other ways, I'm invisible. I feel invisible at work. At work we have this cardboard baler where you put cardboard in and it squishes it and we wrap it up with steel wire and we ship it out for recycling, right? There's a big notice on the cardboard baler of all of the certified authorized users to make a cardboard bale, like the end result of all the cardboard getting squashed and then we tie it up and that part. There's a list of people on this list that are certified to do that step. I do cardboard bales almost all the time. And I've trained the people that are on the list. Yet, I'm not on the list. And it's the weirdest thing. It's like, technically, I have to go get one of the people that I trained to come and do the bale because I'm not on the list myself. Yet I trained them. I was part of the Health and Safety Committee. And when you become a Health and Safety Committee member at work, they put a picture of you up on the board and you have this little check-in, check-out. It's kind of slider you put under your name to show that you're in the building so they know who to call in case of a problem. So I had that for 2 years. I was on the Health and Safety team, did the full training and everything for medical. Yet they never even put my photo up and never even acknowledged it, even though I completed the course. I had my power training so I could drive those powered forklifts and powered walkers that you carry skids out and moves things around with. I did the course. I used to at other companies. I was the trainer once you did the paper studies and kind of did all the reading and the coursework. Then you came to me and I actually showed you how to use the machines and taught you and help you get confidence, and then gave you the practical exam to tell the company that you were good to go. And I had to sign off on you. That's the level of what I did before in several companies. I come to my current company and they wipe away my history. They're like, we don't care what you've done in the past. Here you got to start all over again. So I've gone from being the person that signs off on you doing this to then starting from scratch again. I've been driving forklifts and powered equipment for 30, 40 years. I feel invisible. And even after I got my license at work to do these things, I only used the machine once in a year. And now my license is now expired at work and I can't touch a machine. Yet I could do this in my sleep. Invisible. It's a weird feeling. And The other part that I'm really wrestling with right now, too, is just carrying around responsibility, but not feeling appreciated. Not feeling appreciated at times from my wife and my kids. Not acknowledged for the things that I do. It's kind of like it feels like people around me they anticipate that I know that they appreciate me, but yet I seldom hear it. So all these things are weighing on me at the same time. On top of my lack of sleep, on top of my exhaustion, on top of my anger with myself, and why are these things happening? Just wondering if I'm failing as a dad. Am I failing as a father? Am I failing my family? All this stuff just seems to build upon each other. Nothing displaces the other. It all just adds up together and gets bigger. It doesn't usually kind of happen overnight. Like, it's not explosive. It leaks out through in frustration and numbness and anger and isolation and just shutting down sometimes, just emotionally, just shutting down. I think the dangerous part is that many dads take this feeling and then they normalize it. Like, that's just how it is to be a dad. They tell themselves, well, this is just what being an adult means. They say to themselves that this is just what being a father is, or I just need to push through and push harder. But running on fumes is not sustainable. And eventually something's going to give. My health, my relationships, my patience, even my sense of purpose. So what is it that dads like me in this situation need to really hear? Well, hopefully it's this podcast. And hopefully it's this. If you're resonating with any of this, then awesome. I'm glad you're here, because I just wanted to put this out as this episode, because this is where I'm at right now. So I'm speaking to myself, but I'm hopefully helping you at the same time. The reality that most dads need to hear is that you don't have to earn the right to rest. It's not something you have to earn or work towards. And you don't have to completely fall apart before asking for help. And you aren't weak for admitting that life is heavy right now. A dad that acknowledges that he's struggling is not failing. He is being honest enough to stop before the damage that's happening to him spreads further into his family, his marriage, and to himself. So how do you start to turn these things around? Well, first, you got to try to solve what you can solve and stop trying to solve your entire future in one shot. We as dads can't figure out everything. Like, we don't have the tools. We don't have the benefit of hindsight. We don't know what's around the next corner. We have no idea what's coming for us, right? So it's really hard to solve future problems. And it's easy to focus on past regrets. And we're kind of caught in the middle of the two, right? I think we start spinning in our minds when we start focusing on the things that we can't control. Instead of trying to solve the next 10 years of our lives, we need to focus on stabilizing just the next few days. Get sleep where you can. You're a young dad. You have young babies at home. Sleep is a precious gift, but get sleep when you can. Eat some real meals. Enough with the snacks, enough with the drive-thrus, enough with the DoorDash. Eat some real meals. Go outside, move your body, reduce one source of chaos in your life. Like, be brutal with the chaos. Pick one thing and eliminate it. Handle one overdue task That's really going to lighten your mental load. And all these little small wins, they matter when your mind feels completely overwhelmed. Momentum returns slowly. And then the second thing is to go talk to someone before any feeling of resentment begins to harden. I think in talking to dads around dad space, one of the common things I'm hearing is that loneliness in dads often comes from silence. Many men only talk about logistics, work, schedules, repairs, responsibilities, but very, very few men actually talk honestly about fear and disappointment and exhaustion and emotional burnout. And that isolation becomes dangerous because unspoken pain usually transforms into some form of anger. It'll just seep out of you when you aren't expecting it. It's happened to me. I think one thing that's really going to help us is to talk to somebody. A professional is the best. But you can also find one trusted person, a friend, a brother, a counselor, another dad. You can talk to your partner, but your partner's not there to fix you. They're there to support you. You need to talk to somebody who can help you. Sometimes saying, I'm not doing well right now, is the first real turning point for us as men to move to the next level, to the next part where we can start healing. The next part here is all around, we need to separate exhaustion from our identity. I think we wear exhaustion as a badge of honor. Like, look at all the things I got done. Look how hard I pushed through. I did the thing even though people said I couldn't. I climbed the mountain when people told me it was impossible. I carried the family through a hard time. We got through this financial hurdle. I made it through an exhausting week. And we wear this badge of honor of, I'm exhausted, but I did it. Exhaustion, I think, distorts our perspective, though. A blurred out brain and a burned out body starts interpreting everything through failure. I'm behind. I'm not enough. My family deserves better. But often what our family actually needs is not perfection. They need our presence, being available to them, being in the room, our patience, our connection, our honesty. Kids don't remember whether you had everything figured out. They remember whether you were emotionally available to them and you lived your humanity in front of them. The thing we can do is we need to focus on rebuilding something that actually belongs to you. As dads, I think we begin to lose ourselves inside of our own responsibilities. Every hour belongs to work, family, errands, or obligations. That's really the thing that I've been struggling with the most right now, is I feel like my day is ordered by all of the things external. And there's no time for Dave, for me, for the things that I love. I have multiple guitars, and they're in cases over like 20 feet from where I'm sitting right now. I haven't popped those cases open in a while. Music is my life. Music is the thing that I've been doing since I was 10 years old. I'm 56, 46 years of music. And I haven't had time to go just play around on my guitars and just have some time for me. I feel like everything is outside of me, and any time that I show interest in something, it's time to do something else. And I have to put that away. And it's a horrible feeling. It feels like time doesn't belong to me right now. At some point, you stop being a person, you start feeling like a machine. You need something that reconnects you to yourself. Whether that's you're working out, reading, long walks in the forest, music, podcasting, that's what I do. Writing, walking, fishing, your faith, your creativity, Not because it's productive, but because it reminds you that you still exist outside of the stress of everyday life. So what is it for you? What is that thing? What's locked up in a case that you haven't opened in a long time? What's hiding in a drawer? What's waiting for you outside? When's the last time you picked up that fishing rod? I think we all need to accept that life may not get easier overnight, even though we wish it would. Work may still be difficult. Money is still going to be tight. And the future still feels uncertain for many of us. But your ability to carry those realities changes when you stop carrying them alone and you stop pretending that you're invincible. You're not. You're not fooling anyone. You're not fooling yourself. You're not fooling your family. Strength is not about never struggling. It's about refusing to stay buried in the silence that comes in when you feel like you're not enough. So if you're a dad sitting in darkness right now, sitting alone, here's my message for you as we wrap up this episode, Dad Space. If you are exhausted right now, if you're angry, you're emotionally numb right now, every part of you is just, there's no feeling, or quietly you're just losing your hope. You are not the only dad feeling like this. I'm not the only dad feeling like this. More dads are struggling than most people realize. The most important thing is to recognize the difference between being tired and giving up. You may need rest. You may need support. You may need to make a change. And you may need to forgive yourself for not being able to carry everything perfectly all the time, every time. Sometimes the strongest things a father can do is just admit, I can't keep living like this. I can't keep this up this pace. I can't keep rewarding my exhaustion with a pat on the back and go get him, tiger. I can't. No. That honesty is not weakness. It's the beginning of rebuilding yourself. A weakened father is not a strength to their family. You're more of a liability. Your family needs you. Your partner needs you. Your wife is longing for the version of you that she fell in love with. But life has changed things. Life has made things different. And I think we've forgotten what it was like to be us. What it was like when it was just us. Navigating this world way before kids, way before marriage, way before relationships. Those things that made you you. The things that made you attractive to your partner where they're like, I want to marry this person. That thing. When's the last time you went back to that thing? For me, it's opening that guitar case. I don't know what it is for you, but there's something that you're passionate about, something that you love doing, that's escaped you in the exhaustion and the busyness of being a dad. So as I wrestle through this, I'm not by no means am I at the end of this journey and I'm looking back saying, follow me, I figured it all out. No, I'm like right in the middle of this right now. And if as you listen to this and you're like, yeah, this sounds kind of like what I'm dealing with, then perfect. Stick around. Let's work through this together, through the podcast and everything we're trying to build here at Dad Space. I want this to be a safe place for you to kind of go, I'm going to check in with myself. And what's Dave talking about this week? And maybe there's something here for me. I hope there is. And I really appreciate you being part of Dad Space. So thanks for pressing play. Thanks for hanging out. If you're feeling exhausted, do that. Do something today. Go outside. Go for a walk. Go do some reading. Like grab a book and just read. Go sit outside where it's quiet and just read. Listen to music, play music. For me, it's podcasting. I love podcasting. Write, walk, fish, build something. Get in touch with your faith. Be creative. There's something you can do right now to rebuild something that belongs to you. Whatever that is, go do that. Let me know what happens. I'd love to hear from you at dadspace.ca. Just speak pipe thing. You can leave me a message. Let's connect. I'd love to hear from you and hear where you're listening from and how the show is helping and how it could help you more over at dadspace.ca. Thanks for being here. Take care.